So something I've always really been interested in is like why don't we have humanoid robots that right now? Like I'm sure you've seen like all the cool videos of like Boston Dynamics and the Unitary Robotics doing like a whole bunch of jumping jacks. But something I was really interested in is doing is can I make a humanoid robot crawl like a baby or like a human and kind of use its anthropomorphic form factor to perform various different really fun actions. But since I'm broke, I did this project entirely all in simulation. But I'm really interested to see what you guys think of it, and I've even wrote an entire research paper about it and published it. So I'm really interested to see who takes a look at it, and really cool. So now I'm gonna cut to me looking over my presentation about this, and yeah, I hope you guys really enjoy it.
So this is an overview or a presentation, which is a website that I made that goes over the specifics of the paper. So I decided to name it the paper something really fun and exaggerated as "Look at that bot go!" You know. But the overall paper is just a software framework for differentiating forms of humanoid robot locomotion. And this is my name. Links to my site. I'll put the site in the description if you're interested in getting more specifics about like who I am and like my projects. And when my paper is published, I will send the link there, and maybe I'll put the code. So the abstract overall is just like what I said earlier. It's a software framework that allows for a multi-module humanoid robot locomotion, which I apply onto a simulated version of the Darwin open platform humanoid. So the system outlines is coupled with my own designed omnidirectional walking controller, which is based around a central pattern generator, which is just a fancy way of saying like just a natural walking gait. We utilize these principles like unconsciously when we're walking, and it's also coupled with a motion manager, which has a bunch of keyframe motions that are built upon a predefined data set of pre-programmed like actions. And I am able to use these motions to allow it to crawl, perform handstands, and even do a little bit of hopping. And this approach can take advantage of like humanoid's ability, like anthropomorphic form factor, to perform various walking tasks. So the idea, I mainly got it from this one Boston Dynamics video, or the Rye Institute video, which was like when they made E-Atlas crawl like a baby. I was always really interested to see like why don't we have more humanoid robots trying to replicate this kind of thing. Definitely the biggest issue is for sure just degrees of freedom. While we don't have much specifications of E-Atlas, we can definitely for sure say that it has more than probably like 40 degrees of freedom or something like that. And without a system that's like that robust with that much level of like dexterity, I don't think you could really replicate that with something like a unitary robot, even something with Darwin. But well, you're gonna see that it's possible. So method, like I said before, there's keyframe actions that correspond to different actions for Darwin to be able to do stuff. And I could cycle these and combine them together to basically allow it to perform crawling and various other actions. The omnidirectional walking controller is based around a zero moment point, which is where you basically make sure the sum of the opposing forces or the forces when it steps on the foot are equal to zero. So there's always like no force or backlash when it walks, and then that's why you get like this weird little hopping walk to just ensure that the forces on each foot will always be zero, or like just like it will sum up to zero. This is the algorithm for the keyframe actions. We load in the keyframes, and it does the desired frame, and it's coupled with a zero moment point controller on top of the motion manager. Like the motion manager has coupled with center of mass control and with zero moment point to allow for the motions not to just like fall over or just kind of collapse on itself. And yeah, more or less, you can read my paper if you need more specifications on it. And this is the all the motors and position centers that are on the Darwin robot. And then check out this, all these cool like observations. Like, yeah, it's really fucking awesome. I'm really surprised I was able to get all this good data. And I will also cut in a little bit to the simulation space so you guys can have a better idea of how this all works. Here's an overview of website overall. And as you can see, there's over 600 lines of code that helps all of this become possible. If you want more specifications, I'm just gonna plug my work. You should really go read my paper. Yeah, it's be really cool. I have the complete motion controller that is just right here. And let's say that I want to make it walk. I have to just press spacebar and can I make it do its starting sequence to allow for walking to happen. So as you can clearly see, I'm able to just make it walk in any kind of cool direction I need it to. And that is just of my own design, an omnidirectional walking controller that is able to alter it by the use of the gate manager, which does all the inverse kinematics within it. And all I have to do is alter the amplitudes to allow it to know its speed and a speed of which it's able to accelerate towards different directions. But let's say that I wanted it to go into standing position. Oh my god, or nod its head. Oh my gosh, wow. And then let's say if I wanted to hold its hand. You can see you can do a lot of cool things. And I can couple some motions together, which allows it to do its repeated crawling motions. It's pretty dope, right? But that's all, honestly all that it really needs to see. That's like the coolest stuff. I'm hopefully gonna publish the code if you guys want to play around with it yourself. But I'm really proud of this project overall. And yeah, this is really awesome.
Thank you anyone who watched the video. I don't really make a lot of YouTube videos. I usually just post shorts of my projects, so this is something new I wanted to try out. So thank you anyone who watched it. I'm really excited to make more YouTube videos, hopefully. It's something that I wanted to do, so.